I want to talk about in this video why your marijuana addiction is killing your potential and it's killing your dreams. So first of all, guys, if you like the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and please stay to the end of this video because I promise you're gonna get some good information. So I was a marijuana addict for 7 years, from the age of 20 to about 26, almost 7 years actually. So I'm originally from Brazil, and since the day that I moved to the US, I knew that I was going to be a stoner. You know, like, because the accessibility to marijuana in Brazil is not like that good. And from the first week that I came to this country, I became an addict. I started smoking on a daily, smoking every day. Like, it became a habit to me. And for the first 2 years, I didn't see like how that was affecting me. I thought that was just part of my lifestyle. But when I try to get anything done and try to do the stuff that I told myself that I was gonna do, I couldn't. And not only that, like it made me comfortable in the situation that I'm at. Because a lot of people think that they smoke weed to relax, but they smoke weed to hide from their problems. That's what happens most of the time. And that's what happened to me. I was frustrated with my life, and I was too comfortable to change, and I smoke weed to hide from my problems. And I'm a person that I have a addictive personality. So like, when I start doing something, that's all I'm gonna do. So when I was about like 13 years old, I got addicted to video games. I used to play a lot of League of Legends. And for about 3 years, all I did was play video games. That's all I did. I would go to school, go back home, play to the end of the night. And I used to be a kid that I played a lot outside. That's all I would do when I wasn't playing video games. I used to go out, play with my friends, you know. And then when I started playing on a computer, actually it was computer, not really video games. When I played on a computer, that's all I would do. I literally stopped talking to my friends for 3 years. I wouldn't go out, I wouldn't hang out with them anymore. All I wanted to do is go home and sit on that fucking computer for as long as I could. So since then, I knew I had an addictive personality. And that was the same with weed, you know, like I couldn't kind of like divide my attention to different things. And I'm very extreme on that, so that's why I knew I had to stop. And that's what happened to me with the computer games. I had to stop. I had to cut out completely. I couldn't have a middle term with it. I had to completely quit. And with marijuana, it was kind of the same thing, but I struggled a lot to quit. And during a couple of years, I tried to quit, and I just kind of like, I would stop for a couple of weeks, sometimes for a month, but then as soon as I smoked again, the habit would come back. And that's what happens to a lot of people, because they think like if they're an addict, and that's what happened to me. Okay, I'm gonna take a break for 2 months, and then after those 2 months, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be able to control my addiction. I'm gonna be able to smoke, I don't know, once a week or twice a week, whatever that is. But if you're an addict, you can't negotiate with your addiction. You gotta cut out completely. You gotta go to cold turkey. You gotta make a decision. And why weed is killing your dreams? Why weed is killing your potential? I was very extreme on that because I have a very addictive personality. But even for you, if you still smoke weed and you go to the gym, if you still smoke weed and you, I don't know, go to college or you do your work properly, that time that you're high, you're just not in the mode to be productive and to do what we're supposed to take you to the next level that you want to get. You know, I have a friend of mine he's a very good friend, and we talk almost every day. Sometimes like he calls me after work, and he always smokes a joint after work. And I want to talk about business with him, and he's like, oh man, I don't want to talk about business now, I'm high. You know, like I just want to have a good time. I want to listen to music. I want to talk about bullshit. I don't want to focus on anything. I don't want to do anything serious right now. So weed, it makes you hide from your problems. It makes you hide from your problems. Some people more than others, but everybody, if you're addicted to marijuana, you're hiding from something. You know, you're supposed to be doing something at that moment, and you're not doing it. And also the money, man. Like, I used to spend about like $500 to $700 a month on weed. That's a lot of fucking money. With that money, I could hire a fucking business coach. I could hire, I don't know, I could pay a personal trainer. I could put that money into an investment. Like If I save that money that I spend on weed, like and I put that like in a stock, like getting, I don't know, 10% a year, I don't know, maybe I would have 30,000 right now. Do I have 30,000? Fucking no. All that money went to weed. And not only the money, but the time as well. The time. I have an app on my phone that it shows me how much money I saved and how much time I saved. And I calculated that I used to spend an hour a day, because you got to calculate for the time that you are high, that you don't want to do anything. You got to calculate for the time that you go to get your fucking weed. You got to calculate for the time that you're rolling up or whatever you smoke your weed, right? But it makes you waste your time. And the most serious thing is, it makes you hide from your problems. You know you're supposed to do something else in that moment, but you just want to get high and chill. You just want to get high and chill. And there's people that are going to say, oh no, man, I smoke weed, I go to the gym, I do what I'm supposed to do. And I tell you, you would do even better if you weren't high, if you didn't smoke. You would do it even better. And a lot of people, they are proud of their addictions. I was proud of smoking weed, like I would post on Instagram me smoking weed and shit. And that's a thing that I noticed now, like now that I consider that I don't have any vice right now. I think the only thing that I struggle now is food addiction. I'm also addicted to food, and I'm trying to deal with that right now. That's pretty much the only addiction that I have now, but it's a much harder one. And weed, it might not be as bad as like heroin or cocaine or any other drug, but it kills you like little by little, like it brings you slow problems, like different than other drugs like heroin, meth, whatever, that you see like the effects right away. Weed brings you slow problems, and that might be even worse, because you don't even notice that affects you, So guys, for you to stop, you gotta make a decision. Be critical of yourself. Don't be proud and say, oh no, weed doesn't affect me at all. Think and be critical of yourself and be accountable. Is weed affecting your life negatively? And to be clear, I'm not talking to everyone that smokes weed. If you smoke weed like once a month when you meet up with a friend, maybe if you smoke once a week, that's fine. I'm talking to the people here that have weed as a habit. They have to smoke weed every day. They have to smoke weed after work. If they don't smoke weed, they're gonna be grouchy. They're not gonna be nice to other people. They have the need to smoke weed. That's the people that I'm talking to right now. I'm not talking to the people that just smoke for fun with friends and stuff. If you have the habit of smoking weed, it is holding you back. It is affecting your life. It is affecting your life negatively. All right, and you got to be critical. Like don't lie to yourself, because a lot of people, they cannot be accountable. Like they are proud of their mistakes. They are proud of their addictions, and they cannot tell themselves the truth. You got to be accountable. Is weed affecting your life negatively, or whatever that is? Is not going to the gym affect your life? Some people cannot even say that. Some people say, oh no, I'm fat and I'm happy to be fat. Like they're lying to themselves. I'm fat right now. I don't like being fat. I fucking hate it, and I want to change that. And I'm working to change that. I just left the gym, and you got to tell the truth to yourself and be accountable. All right, so thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's go.